Figure you got enough.
couldn't have.
Figure you got enough of me on the pod.
Never enough of Nick O. Rob's Roundtable. How you doing?
Pretty good.
This is tight end and quarterback ranks. Some disputes, some theory, if you will, because the theory on these positions matter more than the other positions, right?
Some what ifs.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
I do have something for you. First.
All right. What do you got for me?
Colin Cowherd. Did you hear what he said?
I briefly read it. Fill me in.
Colin Cowherd, in case you have been living under a rock, right? Football analyst, very popular, has his own show.
Colin Cowherd.
Yep, sounds like that. He put a list out of quarterbacks that'll never win a Super Bowl. 20 average guys, 4 elite, and 6 whatever. Like, I forget how he broke them down. But he had Dwayne Haskins on his list.
And the third category is 20 guys who are not getting to a Super Bowl, certainly not winning it. And that's everybody else. From Baker Mayfield, Teddy Bridgewater, Dwayne Haskins, guys that are just not, it says can win Super Bowls. It's can't win Super Bowls. Okay. So 6 stars, 4 high-end starters, and 20 guys that can't win a Super Bowl.
Rest in peace.
That's dark, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, as he's going along, he's like, guys that'll never win. And he just rattles them off. Haskins, he's like, oh no, the image is wrong. It says can. It's supposed to say can't. Like, he didn't even catch it, man. Like, he's that insensitive?
Now, is he Ron Burgundy?
For the last time, anything you put on that prompter, Burgundy will read. And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Is he just reading off a teleprompter? Does he not make his list?
Could be.
Or is he just a fucking dark soul? And again, we joke about a bunch of shit. We shit on guys' graves. We do a bunch of shit. Mostly me, by the way. Mostly me. But it's in the context of our show, which is not Colin Cowherd, not on a network, not taking itself too serious.
Yeah.
That motherfucker takes himself so serious, and to say that, people have been fired over less.
They have, man.
A lot less.
There's gonna be consequences.
Hopefully, he's kind of an asshole. He's the only guy that could do an awesome Green Day cover.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Colin Cowherd just singing Green Day.
I can see it.
I have something. I have something for you. This is a good one. Did you hear about the Johnny Manziel documentary coming out?
I did. It's out, isn't it, on Netflix?
Yeah, maybe it's out. It's gonna be awesome. He apparently watched 0 film.
Yep.
I'm like, well, he's got to watch some tape. It's like, EB, his iPad hours is 0.00.
0.
And if you recall the Jamarcus Russell thing where they gave him the blank tapes, right? And like,
see if he's watching.
That was old enough where they didn't have like iPads.
Yeah.
Now they could like monitor your iPad use. His is probably just used for Pornhub and like Coke hookups. But like for real, 0.
That's
crazy. I want to see. So next year, the quarterback. You know, they're thinking about who to get on there.
Yeah.
I want Johnny Manziel throwback, and it's literally just an episode of Jersey Shore. That's all it is, right? Just him fucking clubbing, partying.
Right. And that's one of the little blips I saw was like, he's like, you're 19, you got $100,000 cash stashed under your bed. He's like, it's a great fucking time. I'm like, how would it not be? But that's, dude, who's giving him that money, right? At 19. What college?
Well, Jerry Jones wanted to draft him like 5th overall that year.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel, like, you know how we were talking about like the guys that shirtless selfies with the story? DK Metcalf and all these guys. Yeah. Like, Johnny Manziel just looks like a crackhead with his shirt off because he is a crackhead.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Sorry, see, we pull this off. Sorry, Colin Cowherd, you cannot call Johnny Manziel a crackhead. I just did, and I will.
And you know what else? It's kind of like, it's, I don't know, it sucks to even hear or think about. He tried to commit suicide after the Browns cut him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I take back my comments.
Like, broke your dreams. You're cut from the NFL. Like, you're going to finally lose everything. Like, hit rock bottom. But now he's been bouncing around like 3 or 4, half-ass leagues?
I don't think he was hitting rock bottom. He was just hitting rock. Boom! Houston Sun. We'll always love you. We are getting into quarterback and tight end ranks. There's energy. I'm so rejuvenized after getting some sleep.
After a week of no sleeping?
Yeah, I apologize for the last pod. I performed. My eyes were closed. Dude, I'm telling you, most guys would call out to work. This isn't even my job.
Right.
I fucking did it.
Yep.
I fucking did it with a smile.
Yep.
I was also drunk as fuck.
Yup.
All right, quarterback, tight end ranks. We're going to go through our ranks here. Let's give me your top 12 quarterbacks first.
All right, top 12 quarterbacks coming in number 1. I think it's consensus. Mr. Mahomes. I got Josh Allen at 2, Jalen Hurts at 3, Joe Cool at 4, Lamar Jackson at 5, Justin Fields at 6, Justin Herbert at 7, as much as it pains me to have him that low, T-Law at 8, Deshaun Watson at 9, Tua at 10, Aaron Rodgers at 11, and Dak rounding out the quarterback ones.
It's a good value, apparently. And also, this is 6 for a passing touchdown, which for these positions, it matters the most. 4 and 6, the quarterback. 4 scramblers up, pocket passers down, 6 other way around. I'll give you my top 12. Patrick Mahomes at 1. Jalen. And by the way, these are going to be very similar. We think alike, and also this year consensus is very, very close.
The first 8 are pretty much there. It's just what order.
Whatever order, but it's mostly tiers. We'll get into that. I have Mahomes at 1, Josh Allen at 2, Jalen Hurts at 3, Joe Burrow at 4, Justin Herbert at 5, Lamar at 6, Justin Fields at 7, Trevor Lawrence at 8, Tua at 9, Deshaun Watson, Mr. Handjob himself at 10, Dak at 11, and Kirk Cousins at 12. Not a lot of discrepancies there.
It's pretty close. I think the Herbert over the 2 rushers in a 6 point per passing. I have absolutely no issue with that. He's definitely a safer play there. I prefer the rushing upside, and I'm gonna lean a little bit towards it, even in 6 point. Just because I still feel it gives you an advantage.
It pains me to have Justin Fields at 7 because I'm the big Justin Fields guy, and Lamar, all these guys, like literally. So it brings me to, this is a very tiered season for quarterbacks in my mind. You got the top 3.
I think a lot of positions are that way this year, if I'm being honest. Like, you've got a handful plus of running backs, like a handful plus of quarterbacks, almost no tight ends worth of shit. But wide receivers are the only ones that, like, you think they're deep, but they're really not. Like, they're confusing as shit too. This is going to be a tough year.
Top 3 is pretty easy, right? I guess in whatever order you want to put them. Like Mahomes maybe drops down in 4, where Hurts goes up in 4. Josh Allen's kind of set at 2. That's how I kind of have it. Like I might put Hurts at 1 in a 4 for passing touchdown.
Yeah, I could see even Allen if you want to make the argument for him at 1. Any way you want to mix those first 3 up, sure.
Yeah, and then the next tier, this is where it gets spicy, and I love this tier. Obviously, I like the first tier, but the price is too much.
Yeah.
The next tier, like whoever falls, you're golden because you have, in any order, Lamar, Fields, Herbert, and Burrow.
Yep.
And like Herbert and Burrow for 6. For 4 passing touchdown, you got to have the scramblers. But like that's 7 deep, right? And like those 4 right there.
And T-Law I still feel warm and fuzzy about because like he's above average passing and above average rushing, but he's not the passer the Burrow is, and he's not the rusher that Lamar is.
He can't be in that tier.
Yeah.
Just because we haven't seen it, and the offense, I'm not saying it's a question mark, but there could be regression. It's hard to say regression, but I think he's in a tier of his own.
It's weird. A good tier.
But like he is the next guy. You can almost throw him in that tier as just the last guy, but it needs to be 8, 9, 10 picks later.
Yeah.
Ideally, because you don't want to be picking him after Justin Herbert,
no.
right? And then the next tier, we have Tua, Deshaun Watson, Dak, and Kirk Cousins in any order you want. And actually, personally, I know you're the same boat as me. I want to throw Aaron Rodgers in that tier.
Yeah, I had him at 11 and Cousins at 13.
So that's the tier where it's like you got the 2 upside guys, and Tua and Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Watson, question marks. Tua, the question mark is his head.
Yeah, but the
health
weapons around him, and as high as people, including us, have Hill and Waddle, like, how do you not?
Yeah.
Especially if Dalvin Cook goes there, but that's a huge whatever.
And then you got the safeties, right? Dak, Cousins, Rodgers. I feel like Dak may offer the most upside just based on his better scrambling ability than the others, right? The rushing touchdowns we've seen, a little younger, you know.
Yeah, but he's still probably good for 4 rushing touchdowns at least.
Cousins is safe as hell. He does it every year. 32 touchdowns.
Yep.
Right? Like 4,400 yards. You're getting that from him. Aaron Rodgers more the unknown. I don't know if he can get to 50 touchdowns again. Like,
you look at Garrett Wilson, CeeDee Lamb,
weapons,
Justin Jefferson, like you
rejuvenation.
Three of the best receivers in the league.
Yeah,
and
darkness retreat.
Safe quarterbacks are lining up with him. Ayahuasca.
I mean, if he's struggling, the bye week, he's going in the fucking dark, dude. He's like Bane, bro. Right? It's like
go eat some
you've adopted the dark. I've been born in it.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. The shadows betray you. because they belong to me.
That's Aaron fucking Rodgers. And then we also have Anthony Richardson. So he is a guy that could, depending on the reports, vault into that tier.
If he runs enough, sure. But he's a risky proposition to throw in that tier.
Yeah. I want to get into a couple of our ranking disputes. We kind of touched on this, but Herbert versus Lamar versus Fields, where do you weigh them? I feel like Herbert is the safe option. Yeah. And definitely in 6 or passing touchdown. Let's just say it's 4. I'm going to have the other guys over him. But they come with more risk, just injury.
And I'm fine with those risks. Like, that's
Same.
why I'm willing to take those risks and move Herbert down a little bit.
Yeah, it's quarterback. But Herbert does have, it's funny we call him safe, the passing upside of that offense, Kellen Moore, the weapons he has, the talent that dude, his
50 attempts.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone with that arm talent.
Fully healthy this year, too.
Yeah. Like, he can throw that post route literally better than anyone I've ever seen. Yeah. Like, it's a line, dude.
Quentin Johnson was a luxury pick. Like, he had weapons besides him already.
Yeah. A couple other late guys that we have. This is also more in a superflex conversation. And I actually have not played. I'm not into superflex currently out of my 20 leagues, believe it or not. I like playing it. It's just a different.
We did one last year together, right?
We did. I didn't do well in it. Kyler Murray fucked me in the ass.
Want to do 13 through 24?
Oh, yeah. Do 13 through 24. Okay. There you go.
13, Kirk Cousins. Again, we lumped him in the tier with Dak and Rodgers right above him. 14, I've got Derek Carr. I'm a little bit of a believer in him slinging it with the weapons he's got there. Russell Wilson at 15. Richardson at 16. Matt Stafford, as long as he is one piece of human being and doesn't break in half, at 17. Daniel Jones at 18. Goff at 19. My boy Purdy at 20. Geno at 21, Jimmy G at 22, Ryan Tannehill at 23, and Jordan Love rounding out the QB2s, which feels gross. I don't know which one from 24 down. Like, take any.
It's gross. I have Rodgers at 13, Richardson at 14, Geno at 15, Goff at 16, Daniel Jones at 17, Russell Wilson at 18, Derek Carr at 19, Purdy at 20, Stafford at 21, Tannehill at 22, Bryce Young at 23, and Jordan Love at 24. Couple things I noticed right off the bat is we are both lower on Daniel Jones. What do you have him at again?
Daniel Jones, I got coming in at 18, and it's just the rushing upside there.
It's nice.
And he looked a little bit better at Dabo last year. I just have trust issues with him, and they got a really tough schedule.
They do.
For the most
part.
They
do. Which can go both ways, though, if they're playing from behind.
But who the fuck's he throwing to? 9 slot
Well, he has
receivers,
a lot of guys.
right?
There's a lot of receivers
That's
there.
what he said.
There's just no one good. I have him one spot below you, but I mean, consensus, I see a lot of guys have him up at 13 and 14.
Yeah, it's the rushing. It's honestly, it's the rushing is why they've got him up there.
I suppose, but
I'm not buying.
I'm not good with that. You know, it's crazy. Couple other question marks, and guys you had really low is Jared Goff and Geno Smith.
Yeah.
So consensus, those guys, Geno Smith is around 13, 14, 15. Same with Jared Goff, and I have them at 15 and 16, 14 and 15. You are way lower.
And I know we saw it out of Goff with Amon-Ra St. Brown last year, and he kind of came into his own. I think that offense does take another step forward. I have no issue trusting Goff. It's just one of those where I kind of had to put him somewhere, and the Sean McVay-led offense with Cooper Kupp, like, I'd rather have that. I don't think Amon-Ra is the receiver he's portrayed to be because of the volume he got last year. You're looking at suspensions for Williams, and outside of the running backs, they just don't have much else there. So I'm a little concerned that he's going to be able to repeat the production that he had last year, especially if teams can focus on Amon-Ra and take him out of it. Geno, the dude's got weapons, but they just don't throw a ton. He looked great, and then he was inefficient, and they looked great again. And 2/3 of a good year versus how many bad years? And
his whole career.
Yeah, and Pete Carroll leans on the run. I just don't trust it.
Yeah, I'm a little higher on those guys just based on the safety. I mean, the offenses are decent. I see a little regression possibly for both, but you also have the argument on the other end of the spectrum where it's like Jared Goff had 9 passes down to the 1-yard line last year.
If those,
you know what I mean? And he has the longest streak, I believe, current streak, I know that for a fact, of without an interception. Which, again, for fantasy, like, interceptions suck. They're -2, depending on your format. They don't really kill you. A lot of times they might help you because it's going to let the other team score. You're throwing more. But, like, that doesn't hurt in terms of having less interceptions. You don't want a guy, Jameis Winston, that year.
30,
It was nice,
30,
but
right?
dude, come on, man.
That
kills you. Yeah, dude.
Winston, 30 for 30.
right? Last thing here, superflex targets for these deep guys. Our dynasty that we're going to do might be superflex, but it is superflex. If we do it, I suppose I'll say.
Unless it gets to 12, then we might hold a superflex.
Right. I don't think we're getting to 12, bro. We have a hard time getting to 10. Just superflex targets. These are after 24.
Oh,
give me a couple guys.
Speaking of which, anyone interested in the Dynasty League wants to compete with the champs, you want a shot at the old Gray Bush.
4 people are watching right now, unfortunately.
That's all we need for 4.
Give me 3 targets, 2 or 3 targets going after 24. Where, like, for me, my super flex strategy is it's like hero RB. I want hero QB. I want one guy inside the top 8, right?
Okay.
Anchor my team, and then I'm gonna fucking get the value. Everyone else falls, right? When you have this like guys like Derek Carr going in the 4th round, everyone else falls with running back and wide receiver and tight end. Then I want to get a couple of these late guys that can bridge the gap, right? One of them goes off, pair matchups. Give me 2 or 3 guys you like. I'll go first and let you think, because I already have my guys.
Okay.
First guy I love is Sam Howell. I've talked about him on the Sleeper Show. The question is job security, right?
Yeah.
But fantasy-wise, like real life, he's going to be bad. Pretty sure. But fantasy-wise, he is Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to chuck it. He's going to run.
Dude,
I love
both
that.
those receivers, too.
Good
and
receivers.
Gibson, pass catcher out of the backfield.
I love that. Like, that's a guy that could be weekly a top 16 play when he's playing.
Could be Jacoby Brisket right there, too.
Yeah,
so
he's cooked.
That's
but,
tough.
Next guy I have here is Desmond Ridder. Another one where job security is an issue. They got Taylor Heineke there. But, again, a guy that runs. Decently fast-paced offense. I know they run first, but like he's got some weapons, man. He's got Kyle Pitts. He's got Drake London. He's got some guys. I have one last guy I love here, and I had him inside my top 24, but a consensus is after that is Ryan Tannehill. Yeah. With D-Hop coming in, we've seen, remember the stretch where Tannehill 2 straight years at top 10, I believe, top 11?
Yeah, he was right there.
6 rushing touchdowns. It wasn't like 29 touchdowns. It was like 26 passing touchdowns, 400 yards rushing, efficient, no picks. I feel like this year he's going to destroy his ADP.
So Tannehill is my favorite late target. He's the go-to. He's the guy I'm hoping falls to me super late, and I'm feeling real good about it. I had him at 23 as well. I was going to ask you where you had him, and if he counts,
22.
If I can put him outside the top 24 because the
consensus is. Yes.
So that's the clear-cut best of the bunch right there. And I draw a line after him at 23, right, where the rest kind of get muddled.
You got the rookies, which are upside guys, right?
Yeah, and you had Young in your top 24.
I did.
And I don't know what consensus on him was.
Right around there.
But I'll take the shot, right? Carolina's going to be in a weak division, maybe competitive, maybe not. I like Young. The other one... There's 2 more that, like, it's kind of a mixed bag, man. One is I feel like Mayfield's a gunslinger, and you might be able to lean on him a few games for it if he beats out Trask. There's the capability is there with him. But the other one for me is Kyler Murray. Let's say somehow Arizona's 4-4 after week 8. They got a shot, man. If they've been competitive and are a 500 team when Murray's fully healthy, does he come out? And if you get Murray at the very last pick at quarterback, or one of the last picks at quarterback, and you get to your bye weeks with him, and all of a sudden he comes in and starts playing, I think he's going to outperform the rest of the guys on the bottom of the list.
100%. Do not draft him in best ball, though, okay?
No.
You could get a 0.
Yep.
And even if it's your last round pick or whatever he's going, like, not worth the risk there. But in redraft, you just drop him. You know, reports come out. Bye weeks come, you drop them. But, like, do not. Public service announcement. Colin Cowherd's telling you do not draft him in best ball.
And depending on your league format, I've got a lot of IR spots in some of my leagues. If he qualifies for that, then I'm even happier about drafting him.
Well, you change it every year, so we never know.
You never know.
Asshole. All right, tight ends. I'm going to give you my top 12 here. Travis Kelce at 1. Line. We have Mark Andrews at 2, as much as I hate saying it. Kyle Pitts at 3, Dallas Goedert at 4, Waller at 5, Hawkinson at 6, George Kittle at 7. You're going to hate me for that. David Njoku at 8, Pat Freiermuth at 9, Kmet at 10, Evan Ingram at 11, and Nkonkwo at 12.
I don't hate you for it. I fully expected it. We flip-flopped Kittle and Pitts. And I saw Purdy average 1 touchdown a game to Kittle in all of his giant sample size of 6 games, where I haven't seen Pitts get 1 touchdown per game for 6 games at any point.
Kyle Pitts has 3 or 4 career touchdowns.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with what I've seen. I think Purdy's the starter there. That's why my list goes Kelsey, Andrews, Kittle, Hawkinson, Waller. I kind of want to put Waller above Hawkinson. After I made this list, I was like, you know what? Fuck Hawkinson. Like, I'm doing that. Like, so I'm going to flip-flop those two most likely. Goddard at 7, but it was real close with Pitts. I felt like Goddard was just safer, but I do like Pitts, so I got at 7.
Oh.
Ingram at 8, Freiermuth at 9, Njoku at 10, Okonkwo at 11, and dirty old Dalton Schultz at 12.
He is dirty. So, but you've been on this very show. We've had conversations. You like Kyle Pitts, then you rank him 7. You don't like Kyle Pitts.
I don't like I'm going to run the shit out of the ball and not throw much, and I don't trust Ritter's decision making, man. I haven't seen it from that guy enough yet to where I want Pitts there. I've seen it from the quarterbacks that are throwing to all these guys above him. I've at least seen it. And that's part of what my logic was with moving Pitts down a little bit. But the talent, the athlete, dude's a freak.
Weren't you just telling me that talent prevails?
It does. It should.
Pickles will prevail.
We're not going to disagree. That is the point of the pickle party. We're very aligned on these issues. Pickles will prevail.
Apparently, talent doesn't prevail for you, you son of a bitch.
It scares me when I'm taking tight end, maybe. I don't know.
Go to win leagues. You want to play for 4th place like last year? Or you want to go to win? Or you might go for 8th place with Kyle Pitts.
If I'm taking Kittle, I'm going to win. Because I don't think anyone else is taking him that high.
He's not going to stay healthy.
Who knows?
I do.
You can't project health.
I can.
No.
Well, history says.
Nope. I don't believe it.
Really?
Anybody could get hurt any game, any week.
Let's release a repeat violator sex offender back in the wild.
He could be good.
Let's not only in the wild, let's give him a job as a school counselor and fucking see what happens, bro. Like, that's what you're doing with Kittle.
Probably.
He's playing tight end. They have him block
all the time. Plays every snap.
Come on, man. He's older now.
Yep.
They just released him. He's a counselor going to jail.
I get it.
I
get the argument.
I'm saying, like, the injury concern for me, if there was no, I don't know, Pitts got injured last year, but, like, if there was no injury concern with Kittle, I would have him that high. But, like, you can't deny the fact that guy has not played a full season.
It's the potential for injury is there.
It's the opposite of Kelsey.
I'll give you that.
I mean,
fuck Kelsey, man.
Well, fuck goddamn Niners, all right? And I love Kyle Pitts. And again, the tiers thing, like these guys, these 4 or 5, what is it, 5 guys? I put Andrews in a tier by himself, even though I don't want to, because I don't like Andrews.
I don't trust it enough either.
But he still is the safest bet, right?
No, not with the other receivers there this year.
Pitts, Goddard, Waller, Hawkinson, Kittle. I feel all 5 of those dudes are interchangeable. So I guess the strategy is have your favorites, take whoever falls latest.
Yeah.
Or past their ADP, for instance, or past where you have them ranked.
Yeah.
Don't reach out any of these guys. And, like, I love Kyle Pitts, but I'm not going to be taking Kyle Pitts as a third tight end off the board.
No, and they're all
I have
risky.
him ranked there because I think in certain leagues, I play 20 leagues, there's a lot of biases and a lot of hate towards Kyle Pitts. I may get Kyle Pitts at tight end 6.
Yep.
I might take him at tight end 5.
And in Waller, you're going to see the injury concern. Kittle, you see the injury concern, right?
Hawkinson is the tight end 3, right? I have him all the way down. That's because he likes to eat a bag of dicks. If you go back to an older episode and or watch the short, give me your 13 through 24.
Our boy, one of the men of the pod, Irv Smith, coming in at 13. I kind of wanted to put him above Dalton just to call him a tight end 1, if I'm being honest, and it may end up that way. Cole Kmet at 14. Tyler Higbee at 15, Everett at 16, Juwan Johnson at 17, Taysom Hill at 18, Henry at 19, Gesicki at 20. You're seeing a theme here where just pick whichever one falls to you is kind of the idea when they're both on the same team and see how it plays out. Dulcich at 21. I've got Knox and Kincaid, the Buffalo team, at 22 and 23. And at 24, finishing as a tight end 2 as a rookie, Michael Myers.
There he is.
A.K.A. Mayer. I don't care how you say your
We call
own
him
last
Myers
name.
here. 13 to 24, I have Greg Dulcich at 13. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Gerald Everett at 14. Irv Smith at 15. Our boy. Dalton Kincaid at 16. Dalton Schultz at 17. Higbee at 18. Michael Meyer at 19. Trey McBride at 20. Conklin at 21. Dawson Knox at 22. Isaiah Likely at 23. And Mike Gesicki at 24. So, we both love Irv Smith. Greg Dulcich, you were really low on. Really low on. And I'm wondering why.
Well, as I'm looking at it, as I read it out loud, I should probably have him at 17 or 18, if I'm being honest. I like Juwan Johnson. I trust him more than Taysom Hill there.
But not over
I
him.
do like Dulcich over the New England tight ends because I don't know who's going to get the work there. So I'll give you some ground on him. He did look like a potential breakout. I do believe that Wilson still has something left. You've seen Sean Payton target tight ends in his offense before, so
Yes.
I don't have a huge argument as to why he's that low. The more we talk through this,
Yeah.
and that's why we do these exercises,
exercise.
just to learn. Dulcich needs to come up on my list, man.
And it's not just the player or anything else. It's definitely it's going to be a bounce back for the team because literally it's a dude that was married to a 400-pound chick that isn't into BBWs. If you're into it, like, dude, fuck yeah. Like, fucking pound away, bro. But this guy likes skinny girls and he was married to a 400-pound chick. This offense...
He wasn't interested.
This offense cannot do any worse because it's impossible. Was it like 13 points per game?
Yeah. It was,
Bro, this ain't 1982.
No.
And in that division with not great defenses and fucking all-star quarterbacks, even the Raiders, who had terrible defense and scored points,
Yeah.
they scored 13
These
points a game.
are going to be massive shootouts, dude, with not stellar defenses.
It's going to be better. I mean,
Yeah.
I know what that means, but like Sean Payton, it's going to be better. Russ, Hall of Famer. And it's just the Tim Patrick injury. It's KJ Hamler being gone. The third receiver is a rookie. Like,
Yeah.
Greg Dulcich essentially is that third receiver.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why I have to have him here. I raised him up after that news. Another guy I want to talk about is Trey McBride.
Yeah,
Now,
dude, I am way low on him.
so
and that
Zach
offense.
Ertz is coming off an ACL. They are in full, not even rebuild mode, like full, like tear it down, we suck fucking nutsack mode.
Yeah.
And they drafted Trey McBride last year. I kind of liked him coming out. I don't think Zach Ertz plays, just like I don't think Kyler Murray plays. And if he doesn't play, there's no receivers there. Hollywood Brown is injury prone. He could be the number 2 target on his team. I don't know what that means. I think it means a lot of checkdowns. I think it means maybe 60 catches.
Yeah, so in PPR, like,
In
you know,
anything,
like,
he's
I
just
could-
better than these
I
other
could
guys.
See shooting your shot on him. I'm not ruling Ertz out yet, but
He's
and-
out for
and
the
that's-
first 6 weeks probably, though.
Is he really?
Dude,
6
ACL in
weeks?
November, he's old as fuck.
Yeah, I suppose.
Playing tight end?
He's
Like, why would he
he's
come
football
back?
Old, right?
He's getting
Yeah, on
paid.
a non-competitive team.
Come on, isn't he married to another professional athlete?
I think so.
Go fuck your soccer player. Do they have
player
tight
probably,
vaginas?
Right?
I mean,
It's always football guys and soccer
yeah,
players.
that's what they
right?
do. So, I don't know. There's a guy for me that's been rising up, and like I haven't been taking him so much in best ball because there is uncertainty.
Yeah.
But if you're in a really deep league and you want a second tight end, if you're going 0 tight end, if you take Kincaid, take Trey McBride early on.
Yeah.
You don't
or-
want to play fucking Kincaid week 1. He might not fucking play more than 30% of the snaps.
Yeah, it's at that point, if I'm waiting for Kincaid or McBride, I'm only waiting on one, but that's just me.
That's all I have. Do you have anything else?
No,
Any
then
other
I'll-
discrepancies?
Then I'll
or
stream one.
anything to say to the fans? Or
I want to know your logic on Likely and Conklin, man, because they came in at the bottom of my list. I don't see Favre using tight ends ever, and they got good receivers
Favre?
there. Or Favre, ha! Rodgers.
you know what Favre does? He rips off goddamn fucking charities.
Yeah, he does.
Donates
money to
my
build his own
logic
daughter's shit.
is when I get down that low, I'm putting up guys that have extreme upside. So for me, Isaiah Likely, standalone value right now, not great. It could be as good as the other guys, but all it takes is Mark Andrews' injury.
Yeah.
Isaiah Likely's top 12 tight end. That's
Yeah.
why at this point, none of these guys are starters for me.
And I see that for Likely, but I don't see it for Conklin. Not in that.
He's a
offense,
starting
man.
tight end.
Yeah, so is Sam Laporta. Where'd you
We
rank
didn't
him?
talk about
Where'd you rank him?
I saw you have him at 30. I have him at 29.
All right.
I'm higher than you on Sam Laporta. No, it's just Conklin is the starting tight end there with Aaron Rodgers. Get the fuck out of here. I've seen Richard Rodgers crush nuts. So Tyler Conklin is not a blocker.
Dick Rod and A-Rod hooking up.
He'll be okay. I don't know. You're acting like I have him so goddamn high.
I don't know. I got him at 32. Is what
I'm going
asking.
upside. Dawson Knox, upside of injury and or Kincaid can't block or play, starting tight end on the Bills.
Yeah.
Likely the injury concern. Gesicki takes over the receiving role. Conklin is a starting tight end. McBride, we don't know about Ertz. Mayer is a fucking god. Juwan Johnson, I have below all those guys just because it's a little muddier, dude.
You know who I had
That's probably a mistake.
Someone tell me I missed on was Hayden Hurst. So they say
Yeah.
he's a good receiving tight end. The rookie's going to lean on him. There's
That's
not
a
a
guy
lot of good
too.
receivers there.
Another guy, Kate Otten. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Although we did see that video of the Buccaneers quarterback trying to throw tight ends. It wasn't good. All right, Rob's Roundtable, Professional Fanatics. Check this shit out. Subscribe, like. If you're still watching, like, dude, I appreciate you. I'll show you this.
Hit us up. For
Eventually, if you
League.
guys don't start watching, I will show my dick on YouTube, and I'll probably get arrested.
And it's been a complete joy.
Then whip it out. Get your dick out of your pants now! Are you man or not? Show it! No. That's what I figured. Now, let's finish the day strong, okay? Make some sales.